A very warm good evening to all my fellow viewers of the Aaron's Ales channel from the United Kingdom and around the world. Today has been a fabulous day for me. I went for a bit of a slight pub crawl in Neath today. I had a lovely lunch in JD Wetherspoon's for David Prothero to start. I had a nice mixed grill for my main meal, followed by a millionaire's shortbread and ice cream for dessert. I started off sensible though. To begin with, I had a non-alcoholic beverage. I was originally going to go for Ghost Chip IPA, non-alcoholic version, but unfortunately when I placed the order, they had sold out. So instead I went for a non-alcoholic version of the Erdinger. Not much taste to the Erdinger. I thought it was a bit disappointing for a Belgian style of non-alcoholic beer. Then I went straight back on to the alcohol then. I had 2 pints of one of the guest ales, Evan Evans Warrior. Very nice it was too. Followed by calling in afterwards to a bistro and bar called 1021. Had 1 drink in there. And that was Beavertown Neck Oil. What a lovely grapefruity and citrusy drink it is. Perfect to drink on a hot summer's day. Finished off then in the Castell Neve Arms. And I had 1 pint of John Smith's in there. And deciding to be sensible before catching the bus back home, I had a soft drink. A pint of lemonade and lime cordial, no ice. Now, as it's Thursday, I've come back home. I've got a new keg on. This week's keg on my perfect draft machine for my demonstrative pour and review is a Scottish lager at 4% in strength called Tenants. Let me just grab a glass. Look at that nice piece of glassware there. Lovely. Again, before you pour your pint, always before you pour your first pint out of a perfect draft machine, pour a little bit out first. This is just a way of wetting the glass to stop it from being too foamy and too lively. Here we go. I'm doing it in a sitting down position only because it's a clear way of you all seeing me demonstrating it properly. So tilt your glass at a 45-degree angle all the way down. You don't need to worry too much if there's a bit of too much of a head to it. It's only because you're pouring your first pint out of it. You can get Tenants in your local supermarket. Unfortunately, there are not many pubs in the United Kingdom that serve it on draft anymore. But you'll mostly find it on draft in pubs in Scotland. Now I believe Morrison's Supermarket has an extra strong pale ale version of Tenants there by the bottle. And you can get bottles also of their gluten-free lager in supermarkets. Anyway, I'm quite happy with my pint. I know there's too much of a bit of a free finger head to this, but one thing's for sure, this is the important bit for a widgeted pint glass. There is still plenty of carbonation in this beer. Now, let's get the full aroma. It's a slightly peppery, quite light. Not too malty, but good enough. Anyway, cheers, or as we say in Wales, iechyd da. That's not a bad lager, I must say, viewers. It's got a tad bit of a tan to it on the taste buds. I can taste a bit of toffee to it. And a bit of malt. But apart from that, this is quite a drinkable lager. It's very nice and very good. The perfect food pairings, in my opinion, to go with Tenants lager, as it's 4% in strength and classed almost as a session beer. This would easily pair nicely for those of you who are living in Scotland or who are in the United Kingdom or on your holiday somewhere. This would easily pair nicely with Scottish haggis and tatties. Haggis is basically, for those of you who are not familiar with the food dish, it's very similar to a dish that we have in Wales called faggots. Very, very similar to that, but a bit rich. And tatties is the Scottish way of saying potatoes in Scottish. And in Wales, potatoes is known as tatws in the Welsh language. This would also pair nicely, I think, with a nice pie dish, such as a chicken ham and leek pie, or a braised steak and peppercorn sauce style of pie. Very nice. I'm going to give this a rating of a 9 out of 10. It's very, very good. Thank you for watching my video. Please tune in again to my next video soon. Take care. Hwyl fawr.